Welcome back my YouTube family. So I wanted to make this video a long time ago, but I never had the time. So I want to give you 2 tips how to get yourself from here to here, easy as that. So basically, what separates you from being there to being there? What's the skill? What you need to learn, what you need to provide yourself with. So when it comes to designing, drawing, you need to understand how it's built. That's number one, it's blueprints. Yeah? So once you understand how things are built, for example, if I would ask you to draw just table, chair, or really basic, so you know there's platform, there's 4 legs, there's that seat behind where you put your back to it. So in your head you can build that from puzzle, kind of like you could take that as a puzzle. So because you can build in your head, you know the blueprints of the chair, the details, the way it's been built, you can draw. And you can make custom chairs, you can make all sorts of chairs because you know how it's built. When I ask you how to draw a table, you know the blueprints, easy as that. Because 4 legs, platform, that's it, job done. So to become a better artist, you need to learn blueprints, which means you need to draw designs you never did before, to understand how they're built from. To draw arm from here to here, you need to understand the bones inside, the muscles, the joints, how many pieces are in here, what builds here, and only then you're able to draw that just from your head because you know the blueprints. So learning blueprints will extremely put it higher there, because once you learn it, you'll never forget it. So you can mix them up. Once you know how to draw a skull, a face, and that's another thing what people run into is faces and stuff like that. But it's not just a face. You don't draw a face. Face is a puzzle built from eyebrows, eyes, nose, cheekbones, bones itself, all the jaw, the lips, the muscles, all that. And that makes the face. You understand? So don't run into faces too often or too quick. Because a lot of people run into faces and then they think they can't draw because they can't draw eyes or they can't draw nose or lips, and they screw it up. And if faces like that, literally, if you screw up the eye, it looks bad. If you screw up the nose, the face looks bad. If you screw up the lips, the face looks bad. And if you don't know how to draw 2 of them, that's not going to look like a face at all. So to understand blueprints, you need to learn literally how the things are built. When it comes to eyes, stuff like that, you need to know how big that is, what covers, what goes around it, what makes these shapes, why they are here, what is there, what makes these windows as that, where do they hold, house, animals. If you draw animals, you need to understand the bones, the muscles, the hair flow, little tiny details, but that's the blueprint, how these things are made from. Once you understand that, if you get a big list in your head with these things just like that, you know how to draw 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 that, it becomes easier. You can just get a blank paper, you don't need any reference because that is there. There's your reference. Then you can mix image into image. You can draw school and you can draw ship on top of the school, or school merging into a ship. You can play around because you know how a ship is built. Where's the front, where's the back, how they join in the middle, what connects what, and all stuff like that. So that all comes with experience, but if you haven't never done that before, you'll be struggling. So what I could suggest is draw the stuff you never did before and get these blueprints being downloaded into your brains. And once it saves, you're not going to remember the whole thing. There's not going to be you can remember every single bone, every single muscle, tiny bit. So you might remember 50%, 40%, there's still bits missing, but that's learning, that's how it goes. So, and then again, you jump on a different subject, learn again, 40% from that, 40% from that, 40% from that. And before you know it, you can draw better, and better. And it's never ending story. There's so many things in this world and the things are changing, evolving, they're changing shapes, and so blueprints is literally one of the crucial things what you need to learn, how things are built. Just imagine if you take whatever you want to draw and rip apart. Don't think about face, think about what makes the face. Don't think about the hand, think about what makes the hand. All these joints, the muscles, all the lanes, the bends, what makes hand. Same as this hoodie, what makes hoodie, how do they bend, where this one goes in. You need to know all these little tiny bits. You need to remember them, do them, and only then you can literally just draw from your head, which makes you a better artist. And that's it, that's all you need to do. So I would say the second thing what you need to understand, that this hand, or maybe this one, depends which hand that you are, this is the one what translates whatever is in your head on that paper. Which means if here the image is massive, big, detailed, but your hand doesn't understand what she's doing, then that's it. That's the end of the story. So what you need to understand is you need to train your hand to be precise on millimeters. Yeah, once you can get like laser cuts, laser hands, the smoothest shading you can possibly get, the cleanest lines you can possibly get. Like I said in one of my own previous videos, it's not the design what makes design, it's them small lines, when you add them into thousands, yeah, that makes design. So you need to get your hand to be extremely precise. Draw little triangles for hours, do little squares. When you got nothing to do and you feel like, I feel lazy to draw a big design, can't be asked, just get pencil, get paper, and that's it. Draw line, 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 triangle. I have about 5, 6, 7, maybe A4 pages. I'll show you in a different video when I'm literally going to do it specifically about lazy day video. That's future, yeah, wait for that. So basically, practice. And then sometimes I got nothing to do, and I'm not into the mode where I want to create a big art piece and I'm really like excited and burning inside. I'm not into that. Sometimes I'm just lazy, I don't want to do anything, but if I don't do anything I feel like wasting time, so I gotta do something. Then what I'm doing, just I can put a line, maybe another one, and then it adds up like 4 pages with little tiny lines, and before I know it, my line work is better, because I made myself better. It just didn't happen magically, it didn't happen like that. And that's what you need to do, train your hand to be extremely precise. You can compare like how this one listens better than this one, or this one listens better than that one. This one understands what it's doing, this one has no clue. It's like you have another leg. And still, once you master it, it'll never gonna look like in your head. The problem with that is, in your head, you see 3-dimensional, you see them like real objects in front of you. Your imagination can take over and it adds details, it adds a lot of things. You see it real, magical, and you can't wait to put that on the paper. But the problem is when 3D becomes flat, you only see 2D. That's where you lose all the details and stuff like that. And don't get frustrated when the image doesn't look like you imagined or how you plan it to be. It'll never gonna be that way. That's, I can promise you, it'll never gonna happen like that. Unless you have the patience, the most patient person in the world who can really get that, but it never happens. 100%, it just never happens. So I gave up for myself. I kind of go with the flow. I'd say I've said that before in my videos. I do 4H pencil, and then I jump on fine liners, and what comes out, that comes out easy as that. I'm an artist. I create art. I don't rely on something magical happening. I create on the spot. Give me blank paper, I'll make you art. Easy as that. So that's another thing. That's for a different video. I'll make a bit more about something else. But this video is about blueprints. What you need to understand is to learn them, practice, and by learning new blueprints in different words, you need to learn and draw the subjects you never touched. You know, there's always these ones who scare you, you don't feel comfortable, it feels like the top people only can do them, and you don't consider yourself as that big, but that's how you get there. That's how you become big. Once you force yourself, jump into the cave and you just, I don't know what's gonna happen, that's exactly what you need to do. So if you have never drawn like spaceships before, do it. If you never drawn octopus before, all the tentacles, all the eyes, little textures, stuff like that, go for it. I was scared, I didn't want to do them. There's loads of bits to do on octopus. I always find a way out, but I made myself do it sometimes, and I love it how it turns out. Then another struggle is always the hair. It's a girl's hair, it's quite hard to do. So I really practiced that, and now I love it. To be honest, I really love it. Same with tattooing, because when I'm tattooing hair, back in the days it was a struggle. I didn't know the ways to do, didn't know how to just get there, like a hair looking, not spaghetti looking when you got line. It just looks like spaghetti. So what I did was, if you're tattooing, you understand, I take 21 mag, I put it like not sideways but like that, and I do like calligraphy, something like that. So I shade them like that, and they just become as a hair. Then I from that go to like that, and that makes looking like single hair, like single stroke ones. It looks amazing, client's happy, I'm happy, all good, job's done. So when you force yourself to do stuff you never done before, you become that you wasn't before, you know. So if today you can draw this much and you force yourself to draw this much, you became that. It wasn't the magic. You can't sleep and wake up and you know you can do it, all happens, magic, it's all good. It never happens like that. So you need to just force yourself. Try not to repeat the drawings you've done before. These blueprints are in your head, you can do them. Maybe the face changes, maybe the subject changes, but if it's pretty much the same thing, what's the point to do over and over and over again? You don't learn. It's the same if you cook pancakes in 7 ways. That's pancakes, just 7 different ways. It doesn't teach you how to cook cake. You know what I mean? So try to do different subjects, different matter. Go from animals into mountains, from mountains into trees, to lamps, chairs, anything. Just jump from place to place to place to place to place and place. That's how you kind of find yourself as well. That's how you find your style. Once you go through loads of styles and different subjects, you find your favorites and you find your dislikes, and dislikes, keep them away. You want to feel satisfied, so only draw the ones you like, because that's bringing you forward. You're going to be more likely to spend more time into them. The ones you dislike, just keep them there. You'll come there one day, not today. Today you want to be happy. You want to draw some good art, not struggle with that one. Keep it up there, yeah? So make sure you draw some good drawings. Train your hand to be spot on, yeah? Into millimeters. Those little lines, swirls. Remember when you were a kid, you went to nursery and they did those circles. To be honest, everybody who does calligraphy or calligraphy, they still practice today. 40-year-old man, they still do swirls. Remember that? Hundreds. So even they practice. Even they been doing for years and years and years. They practice the hand to be spotless. So if you want to do the same thing, if you want to be clean, precise, extra HD looking designs, you just gotta do it. There's no shortcuts. You need to train your hand. If you're gonna wait for the hand to be trained by itself or progress, you'll see other people just progressing before you, because they force themselves, they do, and you don't. Easy as that. That's the answer to the question. So force yourself, be lazy, take some lazy days, take some practice days, just do little bits and bobs, and draw some brand new stuff you never drew before, and you'll find out that you're getting better, you're getting better, you're getting better, you're getting better. It will be frustrating, you'll be scary. I don't know, I was always running out of the stuff I didn't want to, but somebody was like whispering in my ear, like, you gotta do them, you gotta do them. One day you'll have to do them. And sometimes happen like when I practice a new stuff, something, I don't know, even that same hair, once I kind of learn how to do it on a paper, a lot of clients afterwards ask me for that, and I'm so glad I did the homework before I had to do it properly on that, because that would be practice on someone's skin that I've never done before. You know what I mean? So practice before you get like serious trouble. So this will be probably end of the video. I'm gonna make a few videos more. This one is filmed on gimbal Osmo 3. I wanted to do how to say, review video, unboxing video, what people do, but I get too excited. I just ripped literally the box apart, took it out, had to play around. Or maybe I'm gonna put all back in a box and then make a review video or stuff like that. I don't know. But I just get too carried away and I pull it off. So as you see, it does an amazing job. It follows my face. I can like bend the knees. It's just perfect. So that's a new gadget for me, a new toy. So I'll see you soon, guys. Hopefully this one was worth it. And if you got any questions, any comments, just ask me. Literally, just drop a comment, ask me, and I'll be happy to answer. I like when people get engaged, you know. This builds community, like friendship, but then another subscribers will be reading your comments and he can relate to his own work and his own life. So, you know what I mean? Like learning, building, and people getting engaged, and it's just nice. So all I could ask is maybe just, I know this one, everybody asks for that, but it's just one of those things. What it does, it helps YouTube video to spread out, basically. So you got one algorithm, when you got like engaging people or likes, it spreads a bit more, you can reach more people. So it would be nice if you just click that little like, yeah, so I can get more people, I can teach them, and then more people teach them, more people teach them. And it would be nice to see a bigger community one day, and I could just give all information to you guys. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more kids who needs answers, adults, 40, 50, whatever, who does art, they got questions and I can answer them. I've been drawing for like 20 years and I'm tutoring for 8 years, so I can answer anything in the section. So take care, guys, and see you soon.